Off. People, calm down. I know I missed a day. I skipped yesterday to take the day off of recording. And I did the Friday on my own time, which is in the morning at the same time as I always do, just not recorded. Um, yeah, I'm coming off of a strange sensation. I did PR this last Friday. I saw on the subreddit that a lot of people did, so I can't help but feel like it might have been an easier Friday, given that the central clue was Olivia Rodrigo. Like, everyone's got to know that one at least. So that unlocks like the whole grid at that point. Anyways, let me say this. I did also just go back and do one of the ones that I skipped when I was gone for 2 weeks. One of the Fridays. And that took me way longer than it should have. So, on one hand, I feel hot. Because yesterday's puzzle was, snip snap sub 10 Friday. That's a first for me. Now, this one from February 8th, maybe like a month ago, that one took like 35 minutes, which is, not my best work. Anyways, no point in dilly-dallying. Let's see if we can make some work. Let's see if we can put in some work on this Saturday. Something extra could be guacamole. But it's redundantly, so that's not going to be it. But guac always costs extra. I've always say I've made it. I will feel like I've made it in life if I order guac on my Chipotle without thinking twice. Loretta something is a MASH actress, and I think we could get this with more letters. I've never watched MASH, so I don't know. Entry form could be like an immigration letter. Could be the thing you fill out on airplanes. I mean, nowadays you just do them on your phone before you enter a new country, but in the olden days, you'd have to write on a sheet of paper that they hand out on the plane if you weren't a citizen of the country you're visiting. Although I can't imagine that that's what this is. Could this be an application? It doesn't fit. Yeah, okay. I can't imagine it's going to be straightforward given that it has a question mark at the end. Bird whose name may be written with two diacritics called kahakos. Now, forgive me for saying this. A bird that's been on the mind lately is Nini, the Hawaiian state bird. I don't know what a diacritic is. I'm just going to be honest here. That said, kahakos sounds vaguely like a Hawaiian word. So I feel like maybe it could be Nene, 4-letter bird. I mean, there aren't that many of them to go around. So this is probably my best guess. And I want to get something in the grid to get us going. So I'm just going to leave it there. Watches could be like night shifts or like guard shifts. It could also be like a timepiece. Could it be timepieces? I mean, it fits nicely, but watches has so many meanings that it's hard to be sure. So-called wolf of the sea. Could this be my favorite, or I'll amend that statement, one of my favorite animals, the orca? They do hunt in packs. They are magnificent creatures, so yeah, I think that all lines up with what I would think about wolves, but in water, so sure. Cider mill fixture. Could be like what's a cider mill? Is that talking about like apple cider or like alcoholic cider? Join in a way. To wed, to get married. That could be like to join, but yeah, I'm not too sure about that one. Org symbolized by an eagle holding a key. I don't think anything comes to mind immediately, but this could be like eagle sounds pretty like overtly American, if I'm being honest, and maybe it's like NSA or something, security agency. I mean, that's a pretty good guess. Like a key, a bald eagle guarding our nation's most fragile documents by putting them behind lock and key, something like that. I don't know. I mean, it makes some amount of sense in my head. Private agreement could be like yes sir, could be like something that a private says in agreement with a senior officer in the military, I guess. I don't know. Flour used to make a chapati. That sounds Indian. Now something that sounds Indian that's 4 letters. Of course, it's not going to be naan. It could be like I'm missing the like it's not gonna be roti either. It might be roti, but I don't think it is. It's missing. I'm missing like the first letter. I feel like it's something like ada flower, you know. But I don't know like what the first letter is. Cause of insomnia? Maybe. Like caffeine. I don't think that can actually cause insomnia. Just maybe it will help you or make you not fall asleep at night for a little bit, but definitely not insomnia levels. Newly hung out to dry. It'd be damp. First name in thrill shows? Evil Knievel is a what are they called? I'm blanking on the word for someone who like a thrill seeker, like a daredevil. Daredevil is what I was looking for. Evil Knievel. Hang on is depend on, maybe. Depend on doesn't really quite mean the same thing as hang on, but they are somewhat close. Let's just go depend, because I think this could be like added. Oh, it is just Ada flower, ATTA. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like the first letter was something known as blank ATA. If it's ATTA, that makes total sense to me. Ada flower. Cause of insomnia maybe is something that we're gonna have to come back to. Insignificant interruptions. So this is something extra. Added benefit, added perk, something like that. An interruption, maybe it's like a snit or something. It's a very insignificant bit of time. More than team is to like swarm with, like be surrounded by. Way to go. Way to go. Maybe that's simple. Maybe it's just nice. Listening on many. Yeah. Listing on many a medication bottle. Could be like the dosage. But yeah, that doesn't quite fit. I don't know. To be honest, like a little bit of medical history here. I've never had to take any sort of medication, or like I don't even take vitamins, which I should start doing nearing the age of 30, but like that's a problem for tomorrow me, and I say that every day, so at some point I'm gonna have to confront that. Smart, maybe it's sassy. Okay, so this is redundant, and that would be an added bonus. A bonus is already an added benefit, so you don't need to say added to imply bonus. Which puts us at insignificant interruptions being blips. I guess that's kind of disrespectful to the 5 years that many of the Avengers spent in purgatory after being dusted by Thanos. They called that a blip, right? And I gotta say, 5 years seems like a pretty significant interruption to me. More than team. Omega something. Then that would be like kind of Gen Z slang. If something is like Giga, Sigma, or Omega something, it's like extra, like Uber. So it could be like Omega Swarm. But yeah, that seems like not right. Cause of some insomnia, maybe it's like a drip. Yeah, okay. Apple cores, apple pies, apple something, cider, like apple cider. Okay, that makes sense. Drip, let me just go back and talk about this one. Cause of insomnia is like if you hear a drip coming from your faucet, or maybe something from like a leak in the house, then that could cause you to like, all you can hear is that like sound, that plip plop sound. So that could cause insomnia in that way. So sure, I'd accept that. A travel visa is probably going to be the entry form. Listing on many I'm reading too fast now. The listing here could be like uses, how many uses you can get out of one prescription, and then this is going to be Apple Press. More than team is to over something. Honestly, pretty satisfied that we put away the top left corner without much stress. 8 minutes, it's kind of slow, but we've been yapping a little bit, so let's keep it moving. Big blanket makers. I don't know. Mom is gonna flip. This feels like something I can get by just saying out loud a few more times. Mom is gonna flip. Like, don't tell her. I'm so dead. We're so dead. Perfect. That's what happens when you grow up with siblings. Thinking that one might. Loretta, okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I was not expecting a W as the second letter. Garden party outfits. With floral patterns. I thought it would be like sundresses. It's gonna be some. I feel like it's something dresses. Just feels like a apt thing to wear to a garden party. That said, I thought it would be a sundress. Let's see though. Let's see. Join in a way. It'd be to meld. If you join metals. Thinking that one might. Could be an inclination. Inkling? Like an incline something? Inclined to? Loretta ending in could it be T dresses? And then it's what's this? Big blanket makers. Yeah, this I still don't know. Anyways, I think we're just gonna have to come back to these. Let's go to the downs. Or sorry, let's go to the crossers. Taking a hint. You know, that could be like clued. Honestly, I've been very familiar with taking hints lately after we've been doing so many cryptic crosswords on stream. Which I have to say maybe helped. I feel like it helped my thinking, the way I parse crossword clues in general. So I don't know. Maybe I'm accrediting too much of my Friday time to that. But this recent Friday really got me amped up, you know? Harumph could be like ba. Could be like over, like I was thinking overabundant, but it doesn't fit, but something like that. Key to getting out is probably going to be the escape key. If you see key in a crossword, you have to think keyboard key. And so a pit might be a slope. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, a great proper noun that we can get. Dua Lipa is the singer. Visual classification systems. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that one. It's a little long. Menaces in some adventure films could be like, I mean, adventure films could be like aliens. It could be like orcs, like, but that's more fantasy, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna have to come back to that. Blank control, 50-cent hit. Either gonna be like losing control, like losing without the G, or like out of control, or out of control maybe. I feel like I might have seen that somewhere. Not a big 50-cent fan, but I have to say In the Club was a bop. Ports typically be like USB ports. Honestly, was my first thought, but also upon further reconsideration, ports could also be like a moor or a dock, or like a boat port is what I'm getting at. Common component of ranch dressing. If this is horse related, which there is a good chance that it is. Horse something? Yeah, saddle? I don't know. We're going to need to come back to it because that's not one of my areas of expertise. This might come after the check. Check up in basketball. That's like the first thing that happens when you play one-on-one on half court. I mean, half court is abundant, or is implied, I guess. You would never play one-on-one full court. Unless you just like running suicides. Company founded as Sleeper Inc. One of the mattress companies, I'm guessing. Gonna need like one more letter there. Porque no los dos? Why not both? 1980s PC standard. I don't know. 80s PC? Yeah, I don't know. Sheltered in a way. Housed. I mean, that does fit. I don't know if that's right, but that does fit, so we're just going to put it. Ie means no in Japanese, and hai means yes. Arigatou gozaimasu means thank you very much. And that's about the extent of my Japanese knowledge. Oh, I can also say I don't know how to speak Japanese, and do you speak English? I honestly, next time I go, I should learn more. I feel it's honestly a little bit disrespectful. But Japanese people, they're very polite to tourists. Thunderbird. Is that a car of some sort? Yeah, proper name. Oh yes. I almost thought it could be like Geez Louise, but not quite. Areas with nosebleed seats. Like, I mean, this could be like sporting arenas, like big stadiums. Or it could be like concert venues or something like that. I don't know. Theaters. Like amphitheater. Not really. How the trade winds blow. Are we talking like eastwards or something? Are we talking tariffs? I don't know. However, however is shortened without the V, so we're shortening although without the UGH. Although, but hold the ugh. You know what I'm saying? Scorching could be hot as hell. Hot as heck. Hot as HE double hockey sticks is what I would say, because I used to think hell was a bad word. Hot as something. Who's the cutest little baby? Who's the cutest little baby? That's what a mother or father would coo their baby. Animal fittingly used as a motif in The Departed. Animal, 3-letter animal. Blank a blank. I have to say I don't know. Title with a tilde. I was like, senor, senora, both have tildes over the N, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. Let's see if we can get this one. This is probably going to be ba. This is going to be abound over abound, so similar to abundant. We're going to talk color codes for visual classification systems. And this is still thinking that one might. Ports. Might come after the check. Like a mint. I don't know. I'm not understanding, to be honest, the tense of the clue here, so I'm trying to match something because I feel like it's got to be inclined. Like inclined to. If you're thinking that you might, then you would be, if you are thinking that you might, you are inclined to. So I think maybe it's just inclined to is what I'm gonna go with for now. I'm not totally sure how to read that. What do we miss here? Animal fittingly used as a motif, starting with R-A. I guess it could be rat. Common component of ranch dressing. Maybe it's not horse related. Maybe it's just like how you dress on a ranch. That said, I thought it would be something like cowboy hat or like straw hat. Doesn't seem to be either of those things. On hat. Something hat. Could this be like Serta? Let's see. I think we missed title with a tilde. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Took for a ride. If you lie to someone, you take them for a ride, but could this be Lido's? Or is that a different brand? For a second, I thought it was like a chips brand. The merger of Doritos and Lay's would be, I mean, first of all, antitrust. Second of all, I know Doritos is spelled with a T and not a D. So the toes part of Doritos, by the way. Obviously, Doritos starts with a D. Big blanket makers. Yeah, I don't. If this is a proper noun, it makes sense because I'm not getting it. But if not, we're just gonna have to come back to it. Did I miss anything else? Put together haphazardly. Yeah, I don't. Throw together. Treasure is to adore. What's added to 1 to make 0? -1. Blank vivants. Sociable sorts. I don't know. Flack. Arabic man's name meaning servant of God. We can get this with a few more letters. Sweet inclusion in a greeting card. And well, a greeting card could be a mint. I mean, you really offer a mint in a greeting card? It's more like chocolate. Orphan of Brit Lit. Oliver Twist? I don't know. Let's go back here. Ream out could be to like chew out. To chew someone out is to like yell at them. Not looking so good. LGBTQ activist McDonald. Certain Southerner. Gonna have to think a little bit more on that one. Scrolls, Holmes. Yeah, I don't know if there's a word for that. Scroll that goes in like the long thing. What was it in Kung Fu Panda? The dragon scroll or whatever it was contained in. It's like a vial. Oh, is it just vial? I mean, it's more like a cylinder, but I mean, if the shoe fits, try it on. You know, that's what they always say. Publication that once branded itself as the best of the alternative press. The alternative press. I don't know. Unwind. Be to rest. Could be to ease. Unwind, so to speak. Yeah, I think it's gonna mean like rest. But I don't know yet. Did a whole lot of nothing. Sat around. Maybe it's not a door. Oh, it doesn't fit. Did a whole lot of nothing. Okay, so this bottom half has been atrocious. Let's see if we can get anything off of the downs now that we got a few yeses at the crossers. I'm gonna take out housed because it's looking at me funny. Areas with nosebleed seats. It's like the upper levels, upper tiers. We're gonna take out Chew and Vial. I'm not against thinking that I could be completely wrong here. Taking a hint, I'm gonna guess that it is clued, given that we think that it could be upper. I guess this is the reason behind this is the nosebleed seats happen to be in like the upper echelons of a stadium. So not like, you know, if you're in the upper echelon of society, you're probably sitting in the lower tiers. But us plebeians, we sit as high up as we can. So that's what you get with nosebleed seats. It has to be plural. So I feel like it could be upper tiers. I feel like tiers are what they normally call levels in like arena seating. So how do trade winds blow? Is it really eastbound? Menaces? I mean, it ends in an S probably because it's plural. So eastbounds? Eastwards? I mean, like something like that could work. Oh yes. Menaces? I mean, is it bad that my first thought was cops? They don't tend to be, I mean, they don't tend to be portrayed as menaces in adventure films. Alps? Like mountains? The reason this is probably going to be a vowel. Thunderbird. Thunderbird. The prey of Thundercat. The bass player. Now that said, other than making a silly little joke, this doesn't make sense to me because I don't know what Thunderbird is. If this is a vowel, umps. Yeah, I don't know. Common component of ranch dressing. It could just be something on hat. Company founded as Sleeper Inc. We're gonna got ahead of myself. We're gonna have to guess that it's Serta, the mattress brand. How'd the trade winds blow? East. East toward. Oh, it's east to west. Honestly, saying east toward was enlightening for me. I feel like east to west makes sense. I don't know if I guess I mean I don't know if that's how true that is or like what that's referring to. I'm guessing the trade routes across the Pacific. I don't know, or across the Atlantic makes way more sense. Scream out. Okay, maybe it's not cheers. Or maybe it's not tears, huh? Because this could still be chew out then, if it ends in W. I don't know this activist McDonald, unfortunately. But after today I will, and after today I will not forget. Scrolls Holmes. That's right, it couldn't be vile because it has to be plural. So where else do you put scrolls? Oh. Unwind. Maybe it is just rest. And maybe it is just rest. Thunderbird. Oh yes, it's gonna be listen here. Oh, adventure films. Could it be asps? Is this some like Prince of Egypt or something? Like snakes could be menaces, sure. I don't know. I'm literally I literally cannot understand what this is saying. A something hat. Maybe it's just something I'm not familiar with. A Thunderbird is a classic car. Okay, so I think I was on the right track when my mind jumped to cars. I don't know why, but somewhere up there the neurons were firing. That's what they're supposed to do, so that's good. Scrolls, homes, arms. Do you hide them in arms? It'd be Saray McDonald. Whoops. And what was this one? Sheltered in a way. Is it a classic car? Now I'm starting to second guess myself. Listen here. Stetson hat? Oh, Stetson. Is that like the brand of like cowboy? Like I don't, like jeans is what I'm getting at. Denim, but old school, so it makes you think of cowboy jeans, cowboy denim. I don't know. Tilde, title with a tilde. It could be Sal, like what is that? Portuguese, right? Portuguese for like saint. Sheltered in a way. To take in, or to like intake is maybe to shelter. Could it be intook? Put together haphazardly. And what would that make this? Upper. It's not upper tiers. Upper seats. It's probably just gonna be upper seats, no? Scrolls homes are arts? Kind of a stretch. Listen here. Classic car. Something's not adding up. But we're just gonna keep moving and see if we can make some progress elsewhere. Big blanket makers. Pit. Okay, so now I'm only now thinking of this. Pit could also mean two things. Pit could mean like a hole, or it could mean to like pit something against one another, or pit two things against one another. Could be to stone. It doesn't. Scone definitely doesn't make sense. It. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep moving here. This might come after the check. Maybe a date? I mean, a date normally is what happens before you get the check. You go on a date to dinner, and then you get the check at dinner. So I don't know. This doesn't quite make sense to me. Hot as hell is all I can think of. Scorching. What else is super hot? It's definitely not hot as heaven. Hot as Hades? I mean, Hades is one of the most normal gods out there, to be fair. But also, lives in hell is probably pretty warm. If Hercules is anything to go off of, his head like blows up with fire when he's angry, right? Something like that. We're gonna put back adore. To treasure something is to adore it. EO is a little bit suspicious. Maybe it's not lied to. Took for a ride. It could be adore and not lied to. And then this could end in like eat. So that's kind of what my guess is, because this all makes sense. This is also past tense. It's not gonna be something like vegged out. Did a whole lot of nothing. Idled. Publication that once branded itself. Yeah. Certain southerner. Texas, Alabama, Louisiana. Those are all southern states. South Carolina, South something. My U.S. geography is also not my strong suit. Not looking so good. Not looking so good. It's like could be like if you're feeling sick. It could be if like the results aren't looking so good. But we need some more letters here. What's added to 1 to make 0? -1. Did I already say that? -1. You subtract 1 from 1 to make 0. What's added to 1 to make 0? Not 1 is 0. Not at all is none. Oh, it could be the letter N. And N. I don't think the New York Times would do that to me. What's added to 1 to make 0? It could be not a 1, not a 1. I mean, this is a little bit of a stretch, but also it's better than an N. So it's the best guess we have here. Not a 1 to make 0. And the question mark signifies that it should be some sort of interesting or misleading wordplay. So I think we can go with that. Blank vivants. I don't know this phrase. Black. Arabic man's name. Okay, so we really need at least one letter here. Sweet inclusion in a greeting card. XOXO, maybe? It could be X there. Publication could have an X there. Orphan of Brit Lit. I can't say I know. And what was that one? Hot as something. This feels like the most gettable, so we're just gonna give it a second. Hot as hell. Hot as heck. Hear me out. Since I have nothing else, could it be hot as Hades? I know we said this earlier, but it sounds silly. I don't think I've heard this as a phrase before. That said, doesn't mean it is not a phrase. So let's just see how that looks. Try that on for size. Did a whole lot of nothing. Could be paused. Publication. Certain southerner. Not looking so good. In bad shape. Yeah, okay. There we go. Black. What is this? Took for a ride? I almost thought it was like lifted or something, but in bad shape. Took for a ride. Put together haphazardly. Blank Vivint. Orphan of Brit Lit starting with E. And this is what? Sweet inclusion in a greeting card? Is this like now Allah's God, right? Could it be like Abed or something? Abed? And Flack. Flack could be like you catch flack for doing something silly. You catch you catch heat for doing something silly. That could be it. Which puts us at it'd be like paused time. Halted time. It could be something up. If we have paused here. Utter something. Maybe it's not blank up. Because it could be something reader. Is what I'm seeing. And I guess this now we have enough letters. It's probably not going to be Aldi. It's probably going to be Abdi. Which is an Arabic name. Sweet inclusion in a greeting card. Orphan of Brit Lit. Eyre? Jane Eyre? Jane Eyre? Is that how you say it? Is an orphan? I did not know. Certain Southerner. Could be something boy. A sweet inclusion could be a poem. Absolutely it could. A southern boy. Country boy. Farm boy. Put together haphazardly. It'd be like you, the reader? Corduroy boy? I feel like it's gonna be something up because like to put something together haphazardly would be to like ship up or something. I don't know, dig up, something like that. I don't quite follow. What if this was up? Up or something. Could it be like you, the reader? Could this be like in bad shape? Oh, this could be misled. Bohu? Good old boy? A good old boy's a certain southerner? I have to say, this has been kind of a tough puzzle for me. And this is gonna be rig up. Good old boy, really? PC standards. I'm guessing it's not gonna be Mac OS. Not that it wasn't around in the 80s, but I don't think it was around in the 80s. Mom is gonna flip. We're so dead. Yeah, I think that still fits. So something, it could be a different OS though, like MS-DOS, MS-DOS, maybe. Yeah, and blanket makers ending with S makes sense to me. This might come after the check. The feeling of satiation, sate, a rating. You might rate the restaurant after you. So maybe check is not referring to a check at a restaurant. Maybe it's the gate. Ports. Could it be gate? Like gate check? Maybe. Anyways, let's. I think I see this one because this is gonna be indoor. To be sheltered is to be indoors. Yeah, I guess that still works. I was thinking it had to have been with an S, but it doesn't have to be. Now, upper something. Scrolls, homes. Could it be like arcs? I was thinking desks, but that doesn't make much sense to me. Upper decks. CC McDonald. Arcs. Sure. Noah's Ark probably had a bunch of scrolls on it. Who am I to say no? We're coming up on 40 minutes, so I want to just get this last clue. Could this be like swit? A twit? T-nom? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not against it being like it's not a proper noun that I'm not sure of, so I'm just trying everything. I feel like Loretta Twit is something though. I don't know. Pit is the only word I can think of that makes sense here is stone, but why is that the case? Ports, meds, beds. Such a common crossword mistake from me, thinking about ports as not wine. A port wine is a red wine, which gives us reds, which gives us mate. Not that that's in any way implied, but looking at OR, only a few letters can come here. M is one of them. Reverse engineered mate. Then we get checkmate. So that makes total sense. And it looks like storm to me. Stone makes sense. Stone makes sense with a T in the context of blank storm. And I'm guessing it's going to be snowstorm. It's Loretta Swit, and it's not meld, it's weld. Ah, so close. The problem is, I don't know what's wrong. Snowstorm? Is it not stone? We're so dead. Inclined to. And tea dress. I mean, could it be Loretta Swip? There are a few things that I'm not sure about in this one. But like it could be tea dress makes sense to me, but I don't know if that's a thing. Stone being pit is a little odd, but we're so dead in snowstorms makes too much sense, and escape and dress. So if anything, it would have to be this N, which would put us at included to, but that, yeah. So I feel like that's got to be right. What else were we not sure about? CC is a proper noun, but upper decks is probably going to be right. Listen here. East to west, classic car. Good old boy. Hot as Hades is kind of odd too. Would it be utter reader? No. You the reader makes sense to me too. What could be a vivant? I mean, this is just a word that I don't know. So like obviously anything could be right here, and anything is not necessarily what I have here. In bad shape, good old boy, and paused time all make sense to me. Did a whole lot of nothing. You pause time? I mean, I was just having this conversation the other day. Like, pausing time would be the most incredible superpower, provided that you are not staying idle yourself. Like, you're free to do whatever you want. That said, that's neither here nor there. I'm just stalling because I don't understand what's going on. Publication that once branded itself as the best of the alternative press. Is there any? So reader has to be its separate word. So UTHE could be anything. But these all feel right. So I've narrowed it down to this It could be like UT something E reader, so it doesn't have to be U the. I just made that a word. I guess it could be any sort of abbreviation. Let's just start guessing, starting with the bottom row. Okay, nothing happened. Decks. Listen here, classic car. East to west. Over a bound. I mean, Stetson hat also, I'm not sure about, but coup is definitely, or like, I feel like that's right. Yeah, I think. Is there a different error here? What else was I not sure about? Okay, using tab isn't gonna work here because I deleted this one. Thinking that one might, but that's oops. Pit. Now, is there a definition of pit that I'm missing? It could also be like Pit the Angel, but no. Okay, yeah. So we're back here. I really don't want to lose my streak. Timepieces, apple press. Depend was also kind of odd, right? Hang on. Depend on. But is this the right tense? Taking a hint. Because this could also be like TSA or something, or some national agency. I don't know. But it doesn't have to be depend on, especially because I thought that was kind of like slanted anyways, but no, we're kind of stuck here. 45, 46 minutes. Okay, we really have to just, if we get to 50, we will check. I'm gonna put back you, the reader. We can tab over the answers like this. Good old boy. Is misled the right tense? Took, yeah. Adore feels right. Is it just me? Am I, is like, I don't see the error here. Asps. Everything feels right. There aren't that many proper nouns, so I can't blame the construction of the puzzle. Not a zero is kind of a stretch too. That said, not really seeing it. Paused time is also like kind of weird, being did a whole lot of nothing. Because you don't do nothing if you pause time. Everyone does. I mean, I guess everyone is at a standstill. Pause time? Vivant. Oh, hold on. This has to be plural. It's past time. Okay. I guess, okay. If that was the error. I assume everything else is right because I've dug through everything. I can't find anything. We are just going to guess. Okay, a little bit longer than I would have hoped. We did spend like the last 10 minutes just trying to figure out the error. Utni reader is something I'm gonna have to Google after I'm offline. And then pastime, that's kind of a miss on my part. Honestly, I don't hate the construction of this puzzle. Actually, I like it a lot. There were not a lot of proper nouns. There were everything was gettable, bar this for someone like me. But that's fine because we can narrow it down to one. Everything else we can work out either through the crossers or the downs. So, look, this one's kind of on me. But anyways, it's a Saturday, so it's supposed to be long. It's supposed to be tough. So, anyways, can't be too mad about that. Mad at anyone other than myself, that is. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one.